It's live.
Stream is
Oh,
live.
crap. It says monthly project. Hang on here.
Let's see.
Off. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany, and depending on which way you look,
I know that.
we're going to
Hello.
sew the For the Love of Change from More Me Know, but we're going to add a little Halloween twist to it. So
All right.
you're doing your 13 days of Halloween, like all live videos?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been interesting because last year I did like a mixture.
Yeah.
And like I filmed a couple in advance just in case, to account for like, being sick, tired, whatever. Doing the lives has been super interesting.
I have a hard
There's been
time, like,
stuff. Go ahead.
yeah, I want to like commit to it, and then I'm like, oh, something just happened. I can't do it. So mine are all recorded.
Because kids.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like, because a lot of you have children, like within 13 days, I have 2 kids at school, and one of them's going to be something sick, late.
Yep. See, I missed school last Thursday. I had to take her to my nail appointment.
Yeah. There you go. Something.
Oh, yeah.
So if I hope everyone has the pattern. This pattern is super fast and easy to do. And again, if you're like trying to sell this holiday season, I feel like this pattern is the pattern to have because it's really, you can do a lot of different things. And Brittany has a really cool idea that I never thought of to do for this pattern. It was on the fly.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me what you're doing first?
Oh, I'm turning this like ostrich, faux ostrich I've had in my stash for like, I'm not even joking, 6 or 7 years. I do not know where even I got this faux ostrich. It's I think I got it probably off the Etsy, and I'm going to turn it into a pumpkin.
It's gonna be so cute. All right,
Like
so
a
I was
jack-o'-lantern
gonna
of some
cut a
sort.
ghost out instead of a heart, but then I found my vinyl that matches my shirt, and I was like, well, what if I just stitch like around? Oh, I always put it upside down. What if I just like stitch around it? And then I thought, oh, I'll put the bat cat, the ghost cat, and the pumpkin cat on it. So I'll just kind of have them, and then I'm just gonna go around them like a couple times and trim the vinyl, and it's be funky and fun.
It'll be cute. That's a very cute applique. Like, I like that idea so much because then it gives it like texture, dimension, and then like, I don't know. I think that kids will love this pouch because it's really cool for their backpacks and just for their everyday things. And then adults will like it because it's just the illustrations are too cute.
Yeah. They're saying that your YouTube isn't like your video isn't working.
Let's see.
Worst case too, I can download it and you can upload it as a video.
I can I'll in worst case scenario, because if I probably go to the other screen right now, then it's gonna throw everything off because that's what it normally does. Then we can upload it to my later on today. And you guys can definitely see it. But
I'll link it in mine too.
Thank you so much.
So I've got one zipper tab. I like to do the other end just folded in on this one.
Oh, so you do like the I was like
I mark like 5/8 of an inch from the edge, and then that's where I folded in at.
I'm doing the large, so I do my zipper probably like 7.5 inches, and then I'm going to do tabs on both ends.
Nice. I put a tab on one end.
So I'm going to stick my zipper pull on here. Do you use a zipper jig to put your zippers on?
No, I have one from Lauren, and I just don't use it. It's easier for me. It's quicker for me to just put it on myself.
Get it?
And then I like using a pop tab pull on these, so I can just clip on the wristlet, and I use Lauren's pre-made.
Oh God, that's a lifesaver right there.
Yeah, it's so fast. Like, there's not much to this one.
Like those pre-made wristlets like are a godsend. Like,
yeah, I love them for like Devon pouches and this one.
I have never made a Devon pouch.
What?
I know. I've never made a Devon pouch.
Holy crap.
I know. It's weird.
I taught a clear and jelly one in Florida last year, and I'm teaching it at the Washington Sew Expo next year.
Ooh, I've never been to that expo. Do you like it?
I went last year and I helped Lauren and I liked it, so I applied to teach this year. And my mom's going with me. So she's excited too. I just looked at flights before we went live and I'm like, Mom, they're like $320 right now to Seattle.
Is it like straight or is
no?
There's
it's
like
Southwest, so it's the bags too.
Okay. There's like this. I was reading this article like that. There are more and more. It's harder to get like straight flights. Like everything is like. And I'm like, why are they doing that? Because
it depends on what airline. Like I could get a direct flight to Seattle, but with the bags on Southwest, and I've flown out there 3 times in the last 2 years. And one time I had to take 3 flights home. So like, unless you want to pay out the butt.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends too. If you're like not afraid to fly, I'm that person that will be like, oh my, you're like, why am I sitting by her? She is legit praying right now.
No.
Why am I sitting by her? So I just put my tabs on and I'm just gonna like top stitch them down. My tabs are like extra long. They don't need to be this long, but they were in the scrap bin, so
I stitched my tab on, but then I realized I really need to do my like whatever kind of applique this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my applique. I don't know why I like to do my zipper first. I don't know. It's kind of like people with straps. Like I know I have a lot of people that like to do their straps first because they're afraid of not winning bob and chicken. So
oh yeah.
And I like to be
think it would be hard if I did this after the zipper was on.
You're like, okay, let's figure out the center. I like to do my straps last because I feel like it's a reward. I know that sounds so weird, but
no,
it's like a reward. Like I finished my bag, so now I get to like, I did it.
Makes sense to me. Jaded said, "Gasp! Who are you?" And you said you haven't made the Devon.
I know. I'm so sorry, guys. I have not made the I haven't. There's like a lot of. You'll be surprised of the things I have not made. Like, it's not pretty. Like some of the. I just made the everyday tote like a year ago for the first time.
I carry one of those when I travel because my laptop fits in it and it fits perfectly as a personal item.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a beaut. It's a beaut.
It looks really funky like this, but I'm gonna stitch
it.
around them and trim it. And then I might go back in and cut out a couple little accent things. Like these little candy corn fish.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. You know, I put a post that for one of my 13 days. Did you know candy corn was designed to look like chicken feed?
What?
Yeah. It was a weird thing. And candy corn was made like in the 18th century, but it did not become popular until 1950 for Halloween season, but it was meant to look like chicken feed. And I was like, now I can never unthink that. I'm glad I shared that. So I can't be alone in my disturbed feelings.
I love doing like candy corn everything for Halloween because I think it's cute, but I don't like eating it.
I like candy corn, but candy corn gets stuck in your teeth. Like it's like I know dentists are like, eat anything except candy corn. I clipped down my zipper. I'm not putting it on. I'm just gonna cut the zipper tabs to just make them flush to the pattern piece.
This is gonna be real interesting. I'm just saying.
They're never gonna look at me the same. Like, you never made the Devon. I'm never watching your YouTube videos again.
Diane said she makes a matching Devon for almost every bag she makes.
I know a lot of people, I've seen them. They do one for like the holiday like exchanges. Like, it is like the pouch to make. I've never did that. And there is another one, the zippy clutch. I've never made that.
I haven't made that one.
Okay.
And I'll be real honest, because the pattern cost more than I thought it did, and there was like an add-on that cost even more, and I was like, I'm just not going to.
You're just like, oh, hard pass, I'm good. I'm just like, I don't know. There's just some bags I never made. I know, and I know they're popular because like you'll see them time and time again on like Insta whatever
Right.
group, and you're just like, okay, cool, right? Everyone's making one, and I want to make a Devon. I own the pattern. I do own the pattern, so it's not like I just never made one. It's just an interesting thing. So I'm gonna find this center so that way my eyes can be symmetrical as possible.
I'm back.
What happened?
My pattern went out.
Wait, what? For like a second? Okay. All right. I did not notice. I'm not gonna lie. I was, my head was
Everything
down.
turned off.
Huh.
And
What?
I looked at you and I was like,
Huh.
I'm gonna hotspot my computer so I can access this again.
Okay.
At least it went straight to my phone service.
Okay, see, I try to tell people too, if you do any conventions, if you do any bazaars or anything, get a hotspot. Because like, so these, man, if you do Square, PayPal, or any transactions, if the internet goes off, your hotspot will save your life. I cannot tell you how many times my hotspot saved my life at any of these things. That is my favorite tip to give you.
My internet's back. I don't have to. Yeah, so I actually got a second phone. So I'm live from it's like my recording phone, but it has its own line. So I've been using it as my checkout phone too. It's real nice because my phone is free and I can leave the booth, and if anyone else is there, they can still run the cards. Love it. Lauren had said hi and she loves us both.
Tell her hi, and I love her too. So,
I thought I like hit something and it turned.
I can't see any comments, so I'm feeding off of just Brittany.
Yeah, I'll try to read them a little bit more. I'm trying to get it back up on my laptop. But yeah, like this light went out, and then that went out, and then that went out.
Okay, so like when I'm facing down and I'm doing measurements, my attention span, my ADD fully kicks in where it's just like I only can focus.
Oh yeah, that's totally valid.
I'm like, oh, look, come on. Look at the chalk. Okay. So let me give you the measurements. I folded this in half, and I folded this in half into measurements, and this, then I went 2 inches in, and this is how I'm going to do it. I have to try to make this symmetrical as possible, or my oldest daughter will be like, what's wrong with your jack-o'-lantern? They don't ever want me to carve anything because I have to trace everything out. I can't just freehand stuff. I'm not talented like that. They're just in here freehanding pumpkins, and I'm like, what?
Okay, come on. It says the internet is back. Maybe I should have hotspotted. It's fine. I'll look in a second.
Do you guys carve pumpkins?
Sometimes Thea did with my boyfriend, her dad, a couple years ago, and then I was gonna get one and we didn't.
We have 3 pumpkins, and we were supposed to carve them this weekend, and one of them is ginormous. And, like, I found out we've been carving pumpkins wrong because of TikTok.
What do you mean?
Okay, you know how we cut at the top where the stem is? Like, you cut around it to gut it, like, to take the guts out? Well, you're supposed to actually put
What the
it in a
heck?
bowl and cut it at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. I was like, all my
Oh,
life
now
is a
my phone
lie.
connected to the internet again. Sorry, everyone.
I was like,
If 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 there were no issues when I was live, it would just be weird and people would think something was wrong.
you're like,
So it's
this is how I
okay.
know it's alive. This is
Yeah. So this is why I pre-recorded my piece of Halloween.
I do only reason why I did live this year is because I thought it would be just like fun to have the interaction with people, and it is.
It's fun.
That part is like wickedly fun. But I didn't know that like, when you're doing lives, most of the patterns I'd never like made before. So like the mistakes are real. They're watching my fumbles.
I
Oh,
like making things live for the first time though, because I think it's important for people to see that like it's normal to have to think about it and like it's normal to struggle a little and have to
yes.
things.
Oh, 100%. So they're seeing struggling Shinova, like for real. Especially, I think the one that I struggled the most at was the witch's hat, and it wasn't because I couldn't put the hat together. Because if you come into my room, I have like a bazillion witches hats. It was because during the live, someone mentioned to me that the pattern looks very similar to the free vlog that Gertie made from Charm Patterns a year ago. So me, I'm I'm a snoop, so I split the screen on my tablet and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it looks exactly like the pattern. And I'm like, so then I'm like super bummed. And then I'm like emailing and messaging at the same time, like, is this person's yeah, I have to know because I don't want to say buy this pattern and if it's completely free and if they took
Right.
that person's stuff and
Yeah.
like it's gonna bug me till I find out the answer of this too.
So
Just straight up, 'cause it's gonna bug me.
this
So
will slightly spoil part of my 13
yeah,
days of Halloween, but I'm planning on doing a witch hat too. I didn't get to watch your live yet,
yay!
but I saw you were doing one. And I was like, "Oh, that's funny." Yeah, I bought the
They're so
pattern.
cute.
Yeah, I bought the pattern from Choli Knight. You know the person who makes like all the plushie patterns? Like she makes like really
No.
cute like So Desu New or however you say it. Like she kind of has two names, but she does like really cute plushy patterns. But she has this witch hat and has like different options. And then has like there's a cat ear option, so I'm gonna make it with cat ears.
Oh,
I gotta do that
oh,
later today.
that's gonna be awesome. I'm telling you, that's such a fun thing to do because the thing is like with the witch's hat, like I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of fun options. And then the way you make it, you can wear it not just during Halloween. Like one of my
Yeah.
hats, I have it's really fun because like whenever my family does gardening, I put it on because the brim of the hat is so floppy that it
Oh,
does
that's
protect me
cute.
for the sun. I was
I
like,
like that.
so I'm it's like my favorite thing to wear in the summertime in the backyard when they're doing the garden. I kill things, so I'm not allowed to touch the garden.
That's
so, so, yeah, like I think people are gonna really enjoy that with you.
okay. Yeah, Choli has a bunch of free plushie patterns. So there's free and paid ones. Oh, thanks, Lauren. Lauren linked that.
Huh?
Lauren linked the pattern I'm gonna do.
Thank you. That's so cool. I'm so happy that you're doing that because I think that's just it's unique. And I think that sometimes when bag makers show that we can sew different things other than bags, it's also fun. That's like we made ghost mug rugs, we made different things on the channel just to show that our skill sets can be come from different walks of life for bag
Right.
making. We
Yeah,
all
that's
did.
why I love doing these like little series. Like I made a cardigan, I made ghost pillows, I made like a fabric like pennant banner. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
see,
fun.
yeah, it gives a break too to like can get someone's sojo back, like
Yeah.
and like refresh things, like jazz it up.
And I'm like, some of them don't get like tons of views, and I'm like, that's fine, whatever.
It's not a, it's not about the views. I think it's more about like just sometimes you never know if it helps one person get out of their sewing funk.
Yeah.
It like it was worth it.
Okay. There's my next one.
That's spot on. That was spot on. So I got
Okay.
the eyes on.
Nice.
You're
Lauren
looking
said
for.
you both have inspired so many people to start some new projects.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And now I'm gonna put this in the center where I lined up the chalk on his nose. I didn't
Nice.
make a mouth. Now I'm kind of regretting that. I liked your pendant a lot because it'll be fun to decorate your sewing room with that a lot. Super cute. And
Yeah.
then also you could bring it into your household and have just super fun.
Yeah, I have it hanging up still. And then I was like, okay, I can make like different holidays too. And it's like my little decoration in here.
Because come on, we have so much fabric. It's really nice to utilize different fabrics and different stuff other
Yeah.
than bag making.
True that.
And that's another a huge thing. Like just we have so much fabric.
Yeah.
I don't know any bag maker that is like, oh, I don't have a lot of fabric. It's like weird. It'll be like it's a
Right.
prerequisite. You have to have a lot of fabric to be a bag maker. It's part of
Right.
it's part of it. I had fun
Liz
with them.
said, loving all the ideas. Can't wait to make some of them. And Nikki from Hollow Bag Creation said, ooh, that pattern is by Totally Night. I love her plushie patterns. Hi, Yvonne. Yeah, I haven't made any of the plushies yet, but I was like, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I could like do one for 13 Days of Christmas. We'll see.
Yes.
I started teaching my daughter how to sew, and
Oh,
she told
ooh.
me she wanted to make a plushie first. And I was like, oh no.
I'm not gonna lie. I made one plushie for one strike one time, and it was the longest thing I've ever made. I thought for sure I was able to do it, right? Because we sew like tight round corners,
Yeah.
and I come from garments, so I'm like I can do this, right? I couldn't do it. I tried so hard.
Oh.
It was like I think the reason why it was hard is I attempted plushies with a very small one. I think the company's name is something with Willow. They have like really beautiful like woodland creatures like foxes and
Oh.
squirrels and the I wanted to immediately make one because all of her animals are yeah. I like that. And you're like spot on with the stitching.
I wanted to add the moon to it, so the stitches got a little funky, but I'm gonna trim around these, and then, like I said, I think I'm gonna add a couple little things in because I think it's gonna be weird if it's just these three.
No, it could just be like, like that's the theme. Like
We'll see.
it's
This
that's
is how
so
I live my life.
you're like sporadic, just being sporadic. So yeah, this is how I feel like he needed a mouth.
Nice. Oh, you're not doing a mouth?
I don't have a mouth for him. I didn't. I could create a mouth, maybe. Yoink. Let's see. Let's free. Let's freehand a mouth. Let's see.
I have faith in you.
Oh my god.
I'm still messing with this, so you got time.
I
Sandra said hi. Liz said she used a fabric yesterday that I've no joke had at least 8 years. And Lauren said maybe a Dino Nuggy plushie. Oh, for Thea. Yeah.
mm. in this.
That probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Let's see if we can create. You know, I try to get chalk pencils like this thinking they're going to work, right? And they never work. They never work.
I
Like
keep saying I'm going to get a chalk pencil, but maybe I shouldn't.
Well, these ones work. Like the ones that like
Yeah.
this, these never work for me.
Oh, yeah. No. I have had those ones. The other one is the one I want to get.
All right, that's.
Oh, my boyfriend said I want a Dino Nugget plushie. Hi, Mike. Whiskers might look good as well if it's supposed to be a cat. Oh, for Nova's, hers is just supposed to be a jack-o'-lantern, I think. A regular one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Liz went live yesterday. I didn't get to watch. I need to go back and watch. But Beth, I'm trying to catch up on Survivor. That's what I'm trying. Liz went live yesterday and made is it called the Gone Baddie from Patterns for Pirates? It looks so cute.
Oh. I'm like super excited. There's so many people going live now, and it's awesome because it's just, I don't know. I'm all about the sewing community.
Yeah. For
just
sure.
being there for one another and sewing unique different things.
Yeah.
And there's becoming more and more like fun Halloweeny stuff. That didn't sound right.
Everyone likes going live and making videos too because it supports the designers, and I feel like
Yeah.
some that don't get as much recognition are getting more.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can do this little candy corn fish. Put him here. I need a bat.
Okay.
Oh, nice. There they are.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Gun Daddy Top. Oh, it's a free pattern.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. I am just really cutting up this fabric. It's fine. I sell it. I can get more.
I'm like understanding why my family doesn't like me cutting jack-o'-lanterns now.
I feel like carving a jack-o'-lantern and sewing one are a little different, but
like, just like
a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little. I mean,
no. Maybe.
the technical skill. There's some things. I think I might have it.
All right.
All right.
Let's try this.
All right.
Try this coming up from here. And it's going to end up in my seam, but that's okay. And then
Okay, I think I might got.
You've got this.
I could do this.
I can make this work. Where am I going to put my logo?
Okay, so I think I'm really bad at putting pouch themes on pouches. But yeah, again, at last, I'm that person that's never made a Devon, so maybe I'm not the best.
You absolutely could, though.
What is your favorite like Halloween movie to watch? Like you have to watch every Halloween or it's not Halloween.
We went to see
like
Kiki's Delivery Service in the theater last night. Hocus Pocus, yeah. We haven't really watched any this year. Our living room is in disarray. Half of my booth is in there right now, and the other half is in my kitchen.
Okay.
I had an event last weekend and then I have an event this weekend. So I was like, it's just 4 days. It can be in there and then I don't have any after. So
Yeah,
okay. So I'm gonna put the little tombstone like coming up from the bottom.
I
And
like
then I
that.
got the bat and the candy corn. And then we'll find somewhere to put my logo.
And
Uh
this,
yeah, I like it.
it's not the best.
I like it.
I made it work. I channeled my inner Tim Gunn and was like, make it work, you know?
I like it.
Now I'm gonna
Uh
toss it.
Beth said Liz is gonna try to go live every Sunday and teach me how to sew clothes. So Beth gave up on me. She's trying to get me to do a panty pattern. I'm like, I don't know. Liz said it's really easy, the Gone Baddie, and you only need a regular domestic. Rory is back. Welcome back.
You gotta love that. I mean, I like when they have patterns for every kind of machine. You
Yeah.
gotta love that. I think I did one pattern that you didn't even need a machine. I think I did the tray. It was the tray from Country Cow. You just
Oh,
need materials and rivets. That's it, and
nice.
you have like a tray. It's
My video today was using DTF transfers. I actually made this sweatshirt in it.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, because people really want to know how to do that. Like, there is a big, I get a lot of questions about that. And luckily for me, I have a couple friends that know how to do it and I can just like ask them. And thank goodness for that because I completely suck at it. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
no, it's really
It,
easy.
and I think having information out there about like, you know, like how the sizing and all that stuff is really important because people want to
Yeah,
know.
true.
Because then you can create your own kind of fabric with that. Like if you're knowledgeable and then if you have a good supplier or t-shirt supplier and you want to create something that's one of a kind for just like you or your family, you can without like, you know, get going to Spoonflower or whatever. You can put it on regular
Yeah,
fabric or vinyl or whatever, cork, what have you.
yeah.
And having that is really awesome.
Might do a live tonight. I have that show this weekend, so I'm like, I gotta do some live show prepping. But I might. Oh, I was gonna say maybe I'd do sublimation tonight, but probably not. I need to print a bunch. Maybe tonight we can work on more Tuesday totes.
There you go.
I have
I
like
love-
4 lives recently doing Tuesday totes, but I've just been
okay,
working on like the same batch.
I love Tuesday totes. Like that, like Shannon made that bag so versatile. Like there's like no room for like error. Like it is like the perfection of totes.
I
Like,
just literally make them basic every time. And it's nice. It's like it shows off the like print so well because you got that nice big open area.
yeah, I love. I did it. We did it on my Patreon where we did like a double zipper in the front because there's I forgot the name. There's a really client tote that is made with wax canvas and they have zippers going in the opposite direction in the front
Oh,
thing, and it's the same exact measurements as the Tuesday tote. And I was like, oh, we so have to try to recreate this bag.
oh, that's cool.
like
Nice.
that is like my favorite thing to do. Like Hollow Creations, like her bag is like you can make the Michael Kors bag out of it and it make it better
Oh, nice.
because you know you're creating it. So like
Right.
there's so many people that have so many great designs patterns out there that you can go in and look at some of these high-end bags and make it better than the high-end bag, and people are going to absolutely love it because and eat it up and are willing to pay more than the name brand one because they can get actual pockets in their
Right.
bags.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, going back up. Okay. Liz tested a bra and panty pattern. And Yvonne said, I was watching your video when I saw you two were live. I'll have to finish it later today. Christine said, I made panties in high school. Jaded says, Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, Witches, The Conjuring, all of them.
I finally seen The Conjuring, and that movie freaked me out. I had like, and I seen The Nun. My eldest daughter was like, "Watch The Nun," and I'm like, I can't get that movie out of my head. I don't know why. It's like stuck in my head, and I'm like, oh god.
I used to like scary movies more, and I'm like, ever since I became a parent, things mess with me more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Rory said, Shinova, fun fact, I can't actually look at your fabric. The ostrich pattern triggers my the
Yeah, I'm so
trypophobia.
sorry. I
Oh.
apologize for that.
Nikki said, I think I'll be making a Tuesday tote tonight for a gift swap. Don't know what design yet. Christine and I were talking to each other in the chat, I think. Yvonne loves the movie Practical Magic around Halloween. Christine likes Hocus Pocus.
I like Practical Magic around Halloween too. I just love that movie, period.
I think I saw it for the first time like a year ago.
Really?
I don't know how. You know, it's like how have you not seen things? And I'm just like, and I say it to other people, and I don't know.
I'm gonna put 1/8 of an inch tape on my exterior pieces. Because I'm too lazy to do the sewing.
Are you doing typing?
Huh? No, I'm not actually. I did a really cool piping on my tutorial though. I did like a fun one. I also did like where the cutout was, I put fur.
Oh.
I know, it was like the heart, but it was like faux fur because it was like that really nice Shannon Minky one or whatever.
Oh,
It was,
yeah. That's
okay.
cool.
It's like for texture, you might like this.
I do not love doing piping. Like, I truthfully kind of avoid it.
I don't mind doing piping. It's just it all I don't know.
My issue is getting close enough to it. And I
Yeah.
don't own a zipper foot for my machine. So
I'm just lazy. I don't like changing feet. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I don't like changing my
same. But
I am once I get that skinny foot on my machine, I just won't change it. I'm also like the people that can change their basting stitch and everything, I give you kudos because I stay on this machine at 4.5 and on my Juki I stay at the small Juki, I stay at a 3 or a 3.5. Like I'm I guess a lazy stitcher.
sorry, I heard like guys talking right outside my house.
Just like, hey, like, what's up? We're watching
They're
you
like
live.
solicitors, and thankfully they walked past my house. I have a sign. Oh, that's so funny. On my Ring app, power outage question mark. Ours flickered, but never went completely out. Yep. So it wasn't just me.
Okay. Okay. I didn't even see it. I'm still thrown off by that. I'm going to put.
I'll screen record it and show you later.
Okay. We like. She was just having her head down with that chalk pen. I'm going to put a little ring for this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just put mine onto the pop tab pool. I'm gonna be really proud of this when it's done, maybe.
I'm like, this one's mine. I think I like the idea. It's original though. It's a really cool idea though, because it just gives people like, because we all have scraps in our bin of like
Yeah.
precious fabric. So that gives people an idea of what to do with their precious fabric.
No, and sometimes I save them and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
I don't
Okay,
even like to look at
so
my scrap bin.
this this is what it looks like right now.
Oh, I like that. It kind of just looks like like it's fabric on itself, like you bought fabric that has like special little prints on it. I like that.
I'm glad I added because it would have been weird if it was only like a couple.
I like it. All right. And I'm going to sandwich this together.
Oh,
You're not doing
apparently there's
piping?
gonna be a Practical Magic 2.
Really?
I'm scrolling. They're chatting. They're chatting about movies.
Like, it would be cool if it was like her daughters. I mean, Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock, they could still do it though. They're phenomenal actresses, so I don't see why not.
Runus D said Halloween Town, Once Bitten, and Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Diane said you would go crazy if you saw how many times I changed my foot in a project. Lena said I'm the same as Nova, one stitch length, otherwise I'll forget, and top stitch smaller. Nikki says she ended up buying a quick changer for my feet because I typically use 3 per project.
Oh wow. I
Interesting.
seen the quick changer. I seen Just for So Many Creation have it on her machine, and I was intrigued with that. I was intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this might help. This might help this little lazy girl over here with it.
Wait, which machine do you have?
Okay, so I have a lot of machines.
Same. What are
Okay,
you sewing on?
I'm sewing on the 1541S, but
Okay.
I sometimes sew on the 5550N, which is very similar to the Juki QVP Mini or any straight
Oh yeah,
stitch
okay.
machine. And if you have a straight stitch machine, there is a quick change. If you, it's like a high shake attachment that you could put on the back of it, where you can just change out the feet real easily. I've seen it also on my Bernina, and I've been intrigued to see if to get that. But I haven't purchased it yet.
Yeah, I have the 1181, I have the 8700,
Yeah.
and then I've got the Texo 4800 Pro.
See, I also have the Juki. What is it? The free arm one. I forgot what it is. My brain's not working. I have a free arm
Nice.
too.
I got a couple domestics and stuff too, but
I do too. My favorite domestic is my Bernina 1181.
put my name tag on.
I mean, no, not 1181. Bernina 11.
I got my daughter a little I got her a pink Janome, but it's nice. Like it's heavy duty. Like I didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was just gonna be like a plastic machine, but
Oh, Genome's a really good machine.
I've been sewing on it, so I
You're
took
like,
it
let me
to a
gotta
show.
test drive this for you, baby.
Well, I have a nice domestic brother, but it needs serviced, and I just haven't done it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just use hers. Have one for my domestics as well as a couple for my Juki 8700H. Oh yeah, I have the DDL 8700.
I have, yeah, I have the 5550N.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So only reason why I got that is because I like to make corsets, and they like the guy Steve from Sewing Gold. He was able to get like special hole, like it has like a wider hole for the within the feed dogs, so that way I can do like corsets and like he just, I don't know. We were able to. I'm able to change the feed dogs out to heavy, to small, to
That's
to light.
cool.
Yeah, so that was the only reason why I got the 5550 because we were like playing around with it. I was like, if I'm getting this, I'm doing this so that way I can sew on domestic machine, but I also want to be able to do heavy so I can show people you can sew on a domestic
Yeah.
machine, straight stitch machine as well.
I got
So
my
that's
8700 for making wholesale cat toys so I could sew fast.
yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I think that's
And-
my only qualm with domestic machines is like the speed.
yeah.
Once you outgrow the speed, that's when I feel like, yeah, you definitely want to possibly go look into having an industrial or a portable industrial or something like that because of the speed.
Yeah.
Um,
I was like sitting there and I'm like, oh, come on.
yeah.
And like I mostly make like felt cat toys, so there was so much fuzz in the domestic.
Oh yeah, I can see that. And cleaning it out must have been not the funnest.
Yeah. At one point it was like I would just buy the cheapest one at Walmart and then get a new one because the
Mhm.
servicing cost about
About
the
the
same
same.
price.
I'm not mad at you on that. Like I totally get you on that because like so some of the servicing the machines can be ridiculous and that's why and some are not. Like I the reason why I always stuck with Juki is because like the main Juki fixer guy, he's like an Aussie guy that's in Florida, and they're so fast to ship your machine over to
Oh.
Florida to fix it. Like if you have a straight stitch, they're like the fastest. And if you're willing to work with him online, he'll do like FaceTime to help you try to fix it. And that's the reason why I did it. My brothers, when I have a higher end like embroidery machine that's a single needle, not nothing fancy, like not like a double needle or anything. But when I
Yeah.
had issues with it, the closest place to get it fixed is like over 150 miles away. And then they weren't offering to ship it anywhere. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stick to Juki. I'm just gonna, yep.
This is a first for me. This has never happened. Do you see
What
my stitches?
yeah. Oh
The thread
no.
broke in the
How
middle,
and then
like
just kept
after I
going.
stitched that stitch.
Interesting.
The
And
heck?
then just like kept going after that.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so I'm gonna
unusual.
pull the thread so that it's yellow and go back over that spot, I guess. The weirdest thing ever.
That is super weird because like the fact that it was like, okay, we're gonna break and then skip a stitch or two and then keep stitching again.
It didn't skip. It just broke.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird things happen, I guess.
Yeah. It is spooky season.
Right. Are you haunted?
Oh my god, I hope they never come out with a movie like The Haunted Sewing Machine. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. I watched
Right.
the reason why I picked up Pumpkin is I watched Hulu has a new Halloween one called Carved, and it like this pumpkin goes around and it's like it's like a horror comedy. It kind of reminds me of like Little Shop of Horrors in a way, but just worse. Um it's this pumpkin's going around and like destroying humans that were in a pumpkin carving contest.
Okay, I
I
fixed it.
can't even tell anything happened. Go ahead. You did a good job. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a pumpkin. Just because of that. I'm easily influenced by TV, as you can see.
Furry sews on a non-straight stitch domestic. Haven't met a pattern or material I can't use yet.
Mhm.
Do miss my free arm though. Would love a cylinder arm just for that.
Yep.
That's
That's what
awesome.
if you have a straight stitch machine, I always tell people just if you're going to look into an industrial, then just go get a free arm because you already have the machine to do everything else.
Right.
And even then, there's like people that are really clever. Like I like Alexis from Rosa that she puts like a couple books underneath her machine and
Oh
it creates
yeah.
her own free arm.
I remember for a while it was real popular. People were selling those like wooden stands for their domestics.
Yep. Or Lynn for Mrs. H, she's the admin of that for the bag of the month. What she does is she just turns her bags inside out. If it's not a drop-in, she turns them inside out and does top stitching that way.
I do that on here if I don't want to set up the toner.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikki said, I wish cylinder arm machines were lower or even height adjustable. I hate using mine. So, Sunny Sewing has started putting the cylinder arms down lower. Like they've been like chopping the table. Technically you can buy a table from them, but you're gonna buy it and have it shipped, but you just put the machine on it. And Sam said, like, if you have someone who can cut it down and stuff, like, he would basically walk you through it.
I think if someone can make like it adjustable, like like I don't know, there is a cutting table that uses like some kind of like hydraulics where the table goes up and down depending on like what your needs are. Like if you need it to be higher because you're tracing and lower because you're cutting.
Like the sit and stand desks they make for work.
Yeah, if someone can make a stand like that for the free arm, I think no matter what the cost may be, people would gravitate to it because you may want it to like I remember Monica one time casting handcrafted. She was standing and sewing on hers. I was like, wait, I've never seen.
Tiny too.
She's so little. She's so petite. So she was like standing and sewing on her. So I was like, okay, well, you never know. That might be actually comfortable to some people than others, you know. So maybe if they make it where it's adjustable and like people might gravitate towards it.
Yeah, I could never like use my cylinder arm full time.
I see people using it full time, and I want to ask questions like how, but I use it mostly. I have made full bags on it, but I prefer the 1541S. I prefer the 1541S, and I use the 5550 next more.
Christine said the Martelli cutting table.
Yeah, that's it. It has like this.
Said, I stand at mine. My left leg is strong now.
Okay.
I stood to sew before. Okay, Nikki said the problem with making an adjustable industrial table is because we have those bars that connect the motor to the pedal. It would never work unless someone could figure that. So you'd have to lift all of it. Yeah.
That's what I'm curious of what will happen. I mean, I sit comfortably at mine. But I'm tall. I'm 5'9", so and I don't have an issue. But at the same time, I get it because sometimes when I'm sewing like chest thing, it's very uncomfortable because your posture is going to be completely changed because I'm used to slumping because we slump over when we're like.
Yeah, you're like, oh, what
you're
am I
like
doing?
this and like Lauren said, Ouija hand position. You're slumped over, and when you're having it up here, you're like it's your shoulders blades are back, and it's a very interesting position you're in.
Right.
So I'm gonna leave like a little opening from here to here. Same with you.
Yeah, look at us together.
We're doing this.
Doing it.
We got this. So yeah, like I don't know.
I'm about 5'4", and if I put my Technisport chair all the way up, I'm okay at it. But like I said, I just could not like sit there for a whole bag.
Yeah,
like, just to like do binding and top stitching, cool.
Yeah, I can see that. I did a whole bag. I did a messenger bag on there, and I didn't have an issue But I guess it could be difficult. Very difficult. What feed dog, like, out of like the feed dog control, like the compound foot, do you like the free arm better or your 1181?
I really like my 1181. I do like the cylinder arm, but also I don't have a synchronizer on my 1181, so I like feeling that I'm more in control. And like the cylinder arm with the synchronizer, it like really finishes that stitch. So like I let off and it's like, oh, we're still going. And I'm like, I don't know that I like that.
That should be talked about in a class, because if you start without a synchronizer, then it's cool, but then when you get it, it's a learning curve. If you
Yeah.
start with a synchronizer, it is hard to learn how to sew a machine industrial without it. It's like an automatic stick um and having a stick shift.
Yeah.
It's two really completely different things, because my two bigger sewing machines has a needle down position in the synchronizer, and my 5550 doesn't. So, but I'm used to sewing both of them. But like,
Yeah.
you'll see when I'm like, go needle down, you'll see my arm going like this on the 5550.
Yeah. My 8700 has one and it's really helpful in cat toys. Cause I mean, like when I say I make wholesale, there has been a time where we made 18,000 of the same toy. So
Yeah.
like I would get into this whole rhythm where like it's like needle down, lift the knee, do this, do that, and it was just like crazy. It's a little messed up now. It's not like synchronized right or something. I don't know. I
It's
make it
because
work.
the synchronizer on that is completely different than the other machines. Like the way,
Yeah,
because it has like this weird bracket thing that is connected towards the rail, versus that the synchronizer is completely different. It
yeah.
doesn't
Well, and the
it's
brands are different too. So like I
yeah.
have this like half English, half Japanese or Chinese. I'm not sure which
Like,
manual.
it's something.
And I've been able to like edit it a little bit, but it's still not completely right.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I want to get a synchronizer for the 5550, but I just don't want to cough up that $200.
Nah.
So I'm like,
It's also so weird like sewing at Lauren's studio because all the machines have synchronizers and it just the machine sews different with it too because that's like pushing the machine more than just I don't know. It's weird, but then by the time I finish the weekend there, I'm used to it again.
and you're
I
like,
come
you come home and you're
home.
like, stupid
Yeah.
machines.
And then Lauren has her 1181 that's very like feels like home to me because we both have older ones.
Hmm.
Sam said the newer ones are a little different, but then she has the pink one and it has a synchronizer and I sewed on it one weekend and it was just so weird.
You're like, what is this contraption?
Yeah. Roberta said my husband made a stand for my Juki Tail 18 so I can use it as a cylinder arm. There we go.
There you go.
Nikki said, oh my God, I could never, in all caps, use my machine without my synchronizer. I can't live without it. Had mine since day one on both of my machines. And Yvonne said, I have so much to learn about industrial machines. But you're in the right place.
You're in the right place. And also, if you take classes at Lawrence, I feel like you get that little bit of lessons. And I think that having a synchronizer helps a lot in the class setting, because it feels very like domestic
Yeah.
machine friendly. Like you get that same needle up, needle down, unless you have like those old school sewing machines that don't have it. Which there are people that still sew on those. Like my Bernina doesn't have the needle up, needle down. So like it was made in 1990. They stopped making them in 1990. So that machine has nothing. And again, when you see me sewing on those or sewing on that
Thea's doesn't
machine,
have it because it's not digital.
yeah. So it
There's
depends.
a class that has seats at Lawrence for December.
There you go.
I heard some girl that likes cats is teaching it.
Really? That's going to be awesome. I think you should definitely join because I think honestly, take a class, have fun. You're going to have fun. My thing is that Lauren Studio is really fun, not only for the teachers, but as I would
Yeah.
go as a student because the setting has everything. There's nothing that you need. She has like interfacing, scrap pieces, bag
Literally
tags.
everything.
Like you're thirsty, you just walk to the fridge and you grab something. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to
Oh,
leave. I was actually sad when I had to leave.
yeah. Every time I leave, I'm like, Yvonne used the Thor 1541 at Lauren's and the cylinder arm for top stitching. So that's great. You should go and you should use the 1181 too.
Yep. That was the first time I used 1181 was actually it there.
I love my 1181 and I would pick it every single time.
That was the first time I used it. I was like, oh, this is cool. All my little chopsticks are on the other table. I need to start making a cart that has like stuff at every
I just buy extras.
yeah, because like
But right now, my screwdriver's over there for some reason.
yeah,
Not over here.
everything's at different sewing stations right now.
I feel like no matter how perfect you sew a curve with the vinyl.
Oh yeah, sometimes the seams like to roll in on itself. That's how I felt. I told you how I felt about the jelly and clear vinyls. That's why sometimes I don't like to do the backs because I feel like they like roll in on itself and it collapses and then like the shape just throws me off.
But I try to think too, like we make the bags and we look at them when they're empty, but by the time they're being used, it's gonna be completely different because they're
Yeah,
full of stuff.
100%. Okay, his mouth came out cute. Okay, he
I
came out.
like it.
Yeah, he came out decent. Close my pocket up. And then I'm all about like I like to stick. We always have like towels drying. There's 5 people living here, and there's always towels drying. So whenever I like make a bag, I go into the dryer and I'll take a towel and I'll just like stuff it in the bag because it's
Oh, nice.
warm, and then it'll just
Yeah.
like mold around the bag, and then I'll unstuff it. I'm like, this is what's happening. Let's see.
Also, we were talking about how quick of a make this is. If you aren't doing like all the like extra stitching, like it would
Oh
not
yeah,
take you an hour.
it is no literally you can cut and sew this less than an hour.
Yeah.
We're doing extra. We're having fun. We're talking, but it's a good bag. You can also do this in batch sewing where you can cut several out and just batch them out, and it'll be fun. It will
Yeah.
be super fun. And what we're showing you is that you can do other things other than the heart. The heart is absolutely perfect and it's classic, but if you're going to be selling at craft fairs, bazaars, farmers markets, or whatever, you can cater to what the theme is for that show, and or for your like hometown or whatever, and go for it.
You got options.
Like right now, like they're having a bazaar at my local high school. They're the tigers, like you can do like little tiger like appliques, and like people are going to
Oh
want to buy that
yeah.
because they want to support it, and just like something like that, that'll be super cute. And get like water resistant canvas that's the same color as the school, vinyls that are the same color as the school, and it could be relatively inexpensive. 1 yard of each thing could be like several bags, and cost you pennies to
Things
make.
like this I like making for teacher gifts for Christmas and end of the year too.
Exactly. Oh,
It's
this is
so cute. All right, so
okay.
we have
Somebody
to
has to
smile.
screenshot it.
Hold it cute and say cheese. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cheese. Okay. 1 for
Got
4.
it. That's best
I always
thumbnail.
take a screenshot and then like to make it the cover.
This is a good cover. I love this. I'm gonna keep this one for me on my bag.
It's
And all the chalk
cute.
came off. That's the reason why I use chalk. Because by the
Yeah,
time I turn it, all of it does stop. I love the zipper on yours so much. I love
it
that
is.
color.
I have candy corn zipper pulls too from Wizardry,
Yeah,
but
I know. I was about to say I had some
I
wizardry
really
candy corn ones too. They're somewhere in my. I think they're in my gunmetal because I think they have like a gunmetal on the zipper, and
I
then
think
they're.
are they? I don't even know.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, I really like it. It came out really cute.
I do
Like
too. I think it's
I'm
very original.
the mouth definitely set it off.
It would have been better, guys, the mouth, but it suited its purpose.
It's cute.
He's like the little jack-o'-lantern.
Look,
So yeah, I am
carved
so
the perfect jack-o'-lantern.
I
I'm
know for the
sorry.
first time. There we go. For the first time. And you guys could have so much fun and just think about it. Like I said, if you're selling for like at school functions, like 1 yard of like the school colors and vinyls and whatever, you guys can go ham and make a killing on these things.
And like I use this pre-made strap, which isn't as cost effective, but if you're making a bunch, so quick.
Yeah, very quick. And then it just saves you a little bit of time and effort, and then it also looks really professional too.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
I
Everyone was
appreciate
saying
you guys.
they're cute and have a great day.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.